Okay, to make cones for your second geometric form, I'm going to have you do two different kinds of cones. Yeah, let's just keep it at cones for now. We did discuss pyramids being the 3D equivalent of a triangle. However, for our purposes, we're going to be using cones a little bit more often, so that's what I want you to get in and focus on. So to make, you're going to be making a right side up, a hollowed out cone, and then that same hollowed out cone kind of sitting upside down. So to start doing this, it's kind of a tilted upside down cone. You're going to start out by making a 2-inch long line. From that point, you're going to go kind of right in the middle, make a teeny tiny baby mark at the 1-inch point. You're going to go up 3 inches. Try to get it as square and as straight as you can get it. This line is going to go away, and this line is going to go away, so draw it really light, because if you keep a straight line and something that's supposed to be curvy, it's going to flatten your illusion. We're just trying to make a nice even triangle that's the appropriate height. From that point, you're just going to drop down on both sides, connect all 3 sides so you get a nice even triangle. This straight line is going to end up going away. Now we're going to make this look like it's a cone that's kind of tilted, and we can see the inside a little bit. So when you do that, it's really similar to the way you do a cylinder, where you go from corner to corner, make an arc up, and you go from corner to corner and make an arc down. I don't like that. I like that. Okay, so at that point, you're going to erase any flat lines, kind of clean it up a little bit. This cone will be a little bit more user-friendly. You won't have to turn it upside down because your arc is pointing up, just like the curve of your wrist. It's a more natural motion. When you do put in your guidelines, and I want to see y'all put those guidelines in, do them very lightly and try to make them a little bit more curvy than your bottom ellipses, that opening. If you make it slightly more curvy, it'll actually just help you when you do your flicks. If you over-exaggerate a little bit, it sort of helps take care of any kind of laziness, if you will. So that's that way. This side is going to be your dark side because that's where you're going to start pushing. This side is going to be, here's my little light bulb. That's going to be my light side. Now, here's the only thing you need to consider when you're doing your cone. Surface area. Down here, it's a lot more wide. There's a lot more stuff going on than you have up here, which means the light is not going to flow all the way over to the other side. It's this 3-dimensional object. It's going to be blocked. Just like when I showed you the cylinder with the light bulb on it, you're going to have an inside wall here that's going to be dark. That fades to light over here. There's going to be a lot more light going on up here. So here's what I like to do. It's the same action. And this cone stuff is the last time you'll really have to do flicks for a geometric shape or a geometric form. All the other stuff is a little bit of a different technique. So you want to make sure that for the bottom of the cone, your shadows kind of go almost all the way over. Your shadow is going to sort of end up doing a little bit of a swoopy thing. Don't draw this line, but your shadows are going to end up doing kind of an ending sort of like that. Now, I'm going to continue this up all the way. Now, as you're doing these curves, make sure that your curves are tucking into each other, kind of doing a little spooning thing. So they're all kind of hugged up. And so by the time you get to the guideline, everything is staying consistent. Now, if you make one of these lines and you go past it, it's okay. Shadows don't know boundaries. Shadows don't know where something drops off or stops. This line shouldn't be there when you're done, right? Which means you're going to have to do a little finessing and a little kind of being a little bit careful about it. But that's your general stoppage point, if you will. You're going to go all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Remember, these shapes are done in several passes. That was pass number 1. I'm going to go back then, and I'm going to kind of start where my shadow starts to dissipate and gets lighter. I'm going to go past my outside point. And after I go past my outside point a little bit, then I can erase anything that goes over the edge. So you still have a light area. You still have a shadow area. It looks pretty continuous. So that's what you want to do as far as cones go. People like cones more. It's a little less time intensive. It's kind of easy. Once you've done several cylinders, this seems like a piece of cake. So that's number 1, la la la. And then you have your inside to do. And the inside is very similar. Push though. If you don't go hard, and you don't go dark, and you don't make those darks really dark, you're going to have a harder time with your light. That dark should be smooth and silky and shiny. And I don't want to see any line direction. It should be real, real gradual. So just like those continuous tonal changes like you did yesterday, your value stuff. So that's what it should be looking like for the inside of your cone. So that's kind of your upside down cone where it's hollow. Your right side up cone is the same thing. However, it's pointed in the same direction, but this is a point of view. So again, 2 inches, make a mark at the 1, put it at the 3 inch, go from the 3 to the 0. Thank you to those of you in my classroom right now who are actually looking, that you were asked to do so. Okay. At this point though, for your cone that is sitting on a table surface, you just want one curve that is facing down. Okay? Just like the cylinder before, it was sitting down. So it's as if it was sitting on a table. Here's my little table. Boop, boop, boop. It's sitting right on top of it. Okay? Now, again, you want guidelines. They have to be pointing in the same direction as your outside edge. Make sure those guidelines are nice and curvy. And then because now this light bulb does not have anything to do with this guy. Okay? Although it will end up being that way. Just like cylinders, you're going to go from dark to medium to light on the opposite side. Everybody see it? Okay. All right, so 3 inches tall, 2 inches wide. You're going to have to do 3 of these things. One like that, and then a third one of your choice. You can repeat one of them. Okay? Whatever floats your boat and makes you happy. Any questions? All right. Thank you.